Okay, I'm back, taking off this other side. I'm doing it in real time so you can see in real time. I want people to know this is not a daunting task. It's just a stepwise task that you just have to follow. It's stepwise, but it's very easy. It takes very little manual dexterity or mechanical ability. There's nothing to be afraid of. I've removed all of the 4 top plate. It's in the narrowest angle and just lifts right off and exposes this adjustment arm and 2 screws that attach this triangular shape or pyramid shaped riser block to the plate. In order to get to those screws, you either have to move this arm or take it off. I want to leave it set because this is set. These black sliding mechanism, I set that to the lowest angle because it lines right up. All these teeth and the gears and everything line right up in the lowest angle. So I'm going to leave it there. And in order to leave it there, I just unscrew the knob, take it off out of the way, never changing the position, just unscrewing it. And it's a funky shoulder screw, and it lifts right out off of there, exposing 2 hex screws that are also 1/8 inch hex wrench. When I say the size, 1/8 or 5/32, please understand I'm not talking about the thread size. I'm talking about the tool's size. It's the hex tool size. The thread size is 10/32. That doesn't really matter. What matters for you doing the installation is, do you have the tool to fit the screw? The aluminum plate comes off, and now we have the pyramid shape and the screws. You can see in the center the brass, that is the ram, the plunger. And here are the screws that we took everything apart to get to. I'm going to remove these screws. We're going to take the can of washers. The spring can is under here. We're going to remove it. And we're going to move it up to the riser. And we're going to put this back on now with the can removed from down below and raised up with longer screws. And that brings everything up and gives you the mechanical clamping. So with the 5/32 now, we're going to remove these screws. Now the most important part of doing this is to work both screws back and forth evenly, because as you'll see when I open this up, that there is a can of Belleville washers. And what Belleville washers are just like flat stainless steel washers, but they have a curve to them. And the way you stack them, curve to curve, they're like concave. And the way you stack them, when you compress them by putting a screw through the center and tightening them down, it compresses all those bends in the washers, so it makes it act like a spring. And it's a very consistent tension. It's consistent through the whole throw. Then when this is loose, these screws are loose, I'll turn it all the way over, always working with the handle up because that's unlocked. It lifts right off and exposes the Belleville washer can, which that's exactly what it is. It's a can of Belleville washers, and you can see how they're stacked like platters. They're cup to cup, cup to cup to cup, so they compress and they take up space and compress. So we're removing this can and these original screws. We are going with longer screws that will fit right up through here. The can that was in the pyramid. So you know there's a little notch here in the front. On one side of the pyramid there's a notch. The other back side doesn't have a notch. The notch goes forward towards the handle. As the handle goes up and down, it's supposed to fit into that notch. So the notch goes forward to the handle, and the riser block or the Stabil-Rizer block has a similar notch and is oriented the same way. So this will get put on here. You may have to run the screws in because it's printed material, and we try to keep the tolerance tight and keep the after printing processing to a minimum. I'm going to stop this and go to another video.